not used the lyrics yet. Bum, 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 bum. I'm gonna get the lyrics right this time. You know how hard it is to get the first lyrics of Psycho Killer? Apparently really hard. I had no idea. This is take 2. It's not that hard. I'm just a pessimist now, I think. I don't know. Happy Halloween. No, there they were! Said the facts. I'm tense and nervous and I can't relax. I can't sleep because my bed's on fire. Bum, bum. Don't touch me, I'm a real live wire. Psycho Killer, qu'est-ce que c'est? Fa 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 fa. Better run, 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 run away. Oh, Psycho Killer, qu'est-ce que c'est? Fa 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 fa. Better run, 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 run away. Oh.
There we go.
Do it, we can!
We had a blast at Spirit Halloween. We tried on a bunch of costumes. We had a fun time. We did a little model show. Went down the runway. I had that big furry coat. But David, what should we do next to get our Halloween spirit up and going?
I think next, what we gotta do is we gotta go to a place. I've been to a few times.
Oh yeah?
Anderson Farms. Listen, you got Haunted Corn Maze, pretty cool. You got Corn Maze, also pretty cool.
Do they have pumpkins?
They have pumpkins. They also have this thing called pumpkin sippers, which are like tiny pumpkins that you sip on.
Interesting.
It's apple juice. It's pumpkin sippers.
I want apple juice.
I love apple juice. Do you want to check it out?
Yeah, let's check it out. But is there anything scary there?
No.
Nothing spooky? No terror? It's recording.
Nah.
Yay!
I was really scared for a second.
You never know. That's always a fear. Imagine all the people.
Imagine dragons.
Imagine Dragon D's.
But I think the first thing you do is you take the top out.
Okay, first step 1 of carving a pumpkin.
Stabby, stabby.
Stab the top.
It's gonna be big enough.
I think so. I'm pretty.
Because they are little tiny little boy pumpkins or girl pumpkins, little pumpkins.
We don't gender our pumpkins here
No
on
gender.
CTV Geeks. Step 2, clear out them guts, yo. Clear out them guts.
These guts don't want to be cleared. Well, yeah. Let's take strength. Scoop. 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 Well, I think I've made a drawing. And now I must craft. Well, I've already f***ed up. Get away. These bugs are bugging. Goodbye, son. What are you excited about for fall?
What am I most excited about for fall?
Yeah.
Pumpkins.
Check. Do that right now.
Frat boys in gray sweatpants. Pumpkin spice lattes. And Scary Movie 1 and Scream. What about you?
It's all good. I'm more of a winter guy, but I don't oppose fall. I guess I'm excited for the weather change. No more super hot, no more rainy.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer snow over rain any day, so I'm excited for it to possibly get some snows going.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah. How's yours going?
Well, I honestly think this is just going to kind of look cool in the light. So it's Saturn or an eyeball. I was gonna write a message, but I didn't know what message that I really felt like giving to the people right now.
Happy Halloween.
That's a good one. That's cute. I like that. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy October 4th, everybody.
Woo, 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 woo.
I think I'm going to give up on this guy and trying to give him glasses. I think this is good.
After completing the perfect pumpkins, Max and I wanted something else Halloween to do. So we walked over to a corn maze. But not just any corn maze, a haunted corn maze, where Max and I bet on which one of us would get more scared. The loser would have to watch their pumpkin get smashed.
I could turn you both into dolls for the beach.
Oh my god, holy... Oh, okay. Oh boy. I hate this. Oh god. Oh. I can't do this. I'm getting real dizzy. Oh my gosh. Dancing Queen. They're only 17. Ooh. Dancing Queen.
We can't do anything about it. Gosh! Run! Go! He's still coming! Ah! Why are we walking towards a train? Keep going? Alright. Somebody else do it. I don't want to do it. Why are we walking towards a train? What? Why? This is... No. Oh, it's a left. Okay, cool.
This is real scary.
Spook. No, TV...
Shakespeare?
I'm gonna go talk to her. TV show. You ever watch TV? Okay, it is like... Okay, so TV is like a box where you can like record and see things, right? And there's things on like...
Witchcraft! You're a witch! Burn the witch! Burn the witch! Burn the witch!
I think they're gonna burn me.
Oh god.
Who's calling my name? Say that? Where are you? I'm getting burned. How do you know my name? Why would you tell them my name, actually?
I'm sorry that I doxed you.
That's alright. Hey, bookshelf lady! Burn me! Burn me! Burn me!
You're literally asking.
Burn me! 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 Burn me!
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh.
You need a coffin?
No. Not for a few years. At least 5. I want to go home.
I wanna go home. If you watch that video, you know that Max was more scared. Max knows it too. But he's declining to show up to see his pumpkin get smashed. Max and his pumpkin have spent every hour of their short existence together. And now, death and plague and other bad things. I'm gonna kill his pumpkin.
Living with someone you don't know on the other side of the wall is hard, especially if you don't know how to be a good roommate. The first thing that you'll want to do to be a good roommate is make sure that you always stay quiet. Be considerate of others when using common spaces and appliances.
Hey, buddy, what you doing?
I'm just gonna need like 40 minutes. Be respectful of your roommate's privacy.
Ugh, my bad.
Finally, make sure that you clean up after yourself. Oh, fresh toothbrush.
Have you seen my toothbrush?
Follow these tips to get along with your roommates and your landlord.
Max, we need to film the end to the Stanley package, Max.
I'm sorry. I guess the show must go on.
Max, what's wrong? What do you mean?
What do you mean? What's wrong? You smashed Max Jr. to bits with your little bat.
You're still upset about the pumpkin?
I'm absolutely still upset.
Max, it was a pumpkin.
It was more than a pumpkin. Anyway, the show must go on. To cheer me up, me and David took a trip to Estes Park, where we got to see the Stanley Hotel, and here's what we learned.
Before we got to the haunts and horrors at the Stanley Hotel, David and I got to appreciate the mountain scenery on the drive up to Estes. Okay, let's get into stories from the Stanley Hotel. Let's start with some history of the Stanley and the twins that made the hotel in the first place. Now, when I mention twins involving the Stanley Hotel, you might be thinking of this.
Come and play with us, Stanley.
But the twins I'm talking about are Francis Edgar and Freeland Oscar Stanley, or F.E. and F.O. Stanley for short. While F.O. dropped out of college, he was actually quite the brilliant inventor and went into business with his brother for their Stanley steamer. Yes, that Stanley steamer. F.O. ended up getting a tuberculosis diagnosis 3 times and was told he had months to live and should probably head west for drier air and a higher elevation, which may help. So he moved up to Denver. Turns out moving to Denver in the middle of the gold rush with active mines while having tuberculosis wasn't actually the best idea. He ended up moving up to Estes Park and built a small cabin, mansion, but it still didn't have enough room for all his business friends, who were some of the most powerful people in the country at the time. So they decided to build a few, 11, guest homes, which are now the Stanley Hotel and all its buildings. Okay, now is where the spooks begin. Back in the day, when women were not allowed in the manor house, there was one good girl that got an exception, a golden retriever named Cassie. Cassie kept the men of the manor company and was a staple to the Stanley for as long as she lived, and long after she lived. Guests at the time and some today have claimed to hear scratches at the manor door, but they have nothing to worry about because it's just Cassie trying to keep them company. Let's fast forward to September 30th, 1984, when Stephen King made his iconic visit to the Stanley. King was in a tough spot, struggling with writer's block and addiction, as well as recently losing a parent. So he and his wife decided to spend a week or two in Estes. They arrived at the Stanley late and desperate for a place to stay, and were almost turned around, but the hotel allowed them to stay one night in room 217, which the Kings described as very spooky. King wandered the hotel curiously, walking into one of the billiard rooms, and sat at the bar as the bartender packed up. King offered cash for whatever the bartender could get him, and the bartender, Brady, responded with, "Your money's no good here, sir," and proceeds to pull out his personal stash and drinks with King. Brady tells many haunting stories, children's spirits on the 4th floor, and clinking of glasses being heard just to find them sitting still. These stories fill King's head with fascinations of the hotel and its hauntings as he lays in bed and falls asleep. Suddenly, he is awoken by the sound of his 3-year-old son screaming and crying in the hallway. He rushes outside the room to find the hose across from him has come to life and wrapped itself around his son like a boa constrictor. He wakes up again, realizing his son is safe at home, and it was all just a nightmare. King wasn't the only celebrity to have had a spooky occurrence in that room. Apparently, during the filming of Dumb and Dumber, Jim Carrey requested to stay in that room during filming, being a fan of Stephen King. It is said that in the middle of his first night staying there, he rushed to the front desk in his pajamas, looking quite shaken, and asked to move rooms. For the rest of filming, Carrey stayed in a different hotel and even made it a contractual obligation that he would not return for the sequel if it were to film at the Stanley again. To this day, Carrey hasn't explained what had happened that night or why he does not want to return to the Stanley.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But you probably won't. You're busy. Kids, work, show coming back in 48 seconds. So let's do this now. Hold up 1 finger if you're a man, women 0. 3 more fingers if you're over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40. If you're not sure, keep in mind you're sitting on a couch right now, so 1 more finger if you're not very active. 1 finger if yes, 0 if no. 1 yes, 0 no. Next, find the body type that looks most like you and hold up that many fingers while I look around awkwardly. And that's it. If you're holding up 5 fingers or more, you probably have prediabetes. Sorry to be so blunt, but hey, you're busy. Just go to the site.
Being at the Stanley, it reminded me of my days. My ghost hunting days, that is. I know it sounds far-fetched. I know it doesn't sound like the truth. But I'm telling you, I'm a ghost hunter. And I'm here to show you.
All right, so the first thing you're going to want to look for when you're hunting ghosts is you're going to look for ectoplasm in the area. Now, let's take a look around.
Wait, David? David?
Look right over here. Come here.
David? David.
There's plenty of ectoplasm right here. If you look at this rock, zoom in on this. You see this green stuff right here? Do you know what that is? That is grade A ghost ectoplasm. There must be a ghost present. Come on, follow me. There's gotta be
I think I saw the ghost.
Come on. I'm trying to teach people here, Max.
No,
come on. Max, come on. Next step.
Walking Scott Street feeling like a stranger.
Here's another thing you're going to find a lot of. Ghosts often carry the spooky vibes with them. Look at that tree. It's pretty spooky, ain't it? There's a ghost. There's a ghost. Let's go. I'm on to you.
When you hear my name.
What did I tell you? And guess who was right? Look directly behind me. What is that? That seems like a spooky house that you would find a ghost at. Come on, let's go check it out. Come
David.
On, Max. Hurry. The ghost might get away.
I think
Take a look. Look at how they've locked the doors. We gotta go somewhere. Where should we go?
I think I saw something over that way.
Typical. Ghost hunters, beginner ghost hunters, always make this error.
No,
Look that way.
like
Outhouses, spookier. Come on, Max, let's go.
I saw something over
Max,
there.
Who's the professional?
You're the professional, David. You are.
I guarantee you there's a ghost around here somewhere. I can smell it.
Y'all having a good time out there.
The ghosts like to be higher in elevation because they want to be close with the spirits. Come on.
I can't do this.
Come on, Max.
I have
We're almost
asthma.
there.
I have asthma, man.
Smell it.
Don't stop the party.
David, what's up? What's wrong?
Max. Oh, shoot. Max, I don't know if we can do this anymore. I'm running out of breath. We're limited on daylight right now. Dude, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm not the ghost hunter I thought I was. I'm sorry. Turn the camera. I'm sorry.
Wait, David. I see something over there.
What do you see?
I don't know, camera.
Oh,
I've been trying to tell you this.
It's a ghost. Max, come on. I found the ghost, Max. I found the ghost.
Oh, hey.
Abby from CTV Beats.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Calisthenics.
Are there more notes to this?